Hey everybody, it's Advix.
And it's Shinigami Green, and I am eating cereal.
And we're falling down a pit. Fuck you, Shrimp.
Yay! Splat. Aw.
Never again will we be eaten by you. I refuse! But yes, we are making our way to the kiln of the first flame. You know, the stairway to the kiln has this odd ambient piece, which I really love. And I'm really kicking myself for not standing around and, you know, just to let it play. But oh well. As you can see,
otherworldly portal, clearly.
Yeah. But yeah,
there's no way this would fit under the underground in its current geography.
Nope. Sealed by magic. I really do love the aesthetic of this place. You know, from the ash dunes to the molten stone pillars. just wrecking these Black Knights. But, you know, like, you can tell that whatever the first flame was when it was linked, it was like some sort of giant force of nature that just incinerated everything in a giant tornado of fire.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever plant and animal life was around was just absolutely obliterated. This guy. Bad boy! Spank!
Black Knight go down the hole.
But yeah, if you go across that other ledge, you'll find a corpse with the Black Knight armor set. I forgot to show it off. I'll do that next time. But yeah. No.
Denied.
Yeah. I'll smash you! Nope. Of course, the last guy is the guy Gwyn really depends on. I swear, I could never really get down the time to parry the Halberd Knights. But whatever. I have a Colt Zweihander.
You know, even though the Halberd Knight's weapon is called a halberd, it's actually a glaive.
I thought it was more of a Valge.
It's a glaive, or it's a glaive mostly, to me, in my opinion.
But yeah, we're taking on Gwyn, who he's shrank since he was in power, and he's also notably hollow. Uh-oh. Ow!
Okay.
Very King of Fighters, or at least I think it was King of Fighters, wasn't it?
Yep, Kyo Kusanagi. Well, Kusanagi. King of Fighters is weird, people. Don't try to get us to explain it on a Dark Souls video.
Yeah, honestly. But, you know, I really do enjoy this boss fight. Granted, this is my 8th or 9th attempt at it. But, you know, Gwyn does a lot of damage.
Gwyn does enough damage to kill you if you don't block properly. Very quickly.
Of course, I'm using the Black Knight shield, so, you know, I'm just taking chip damage, thankfully. But you can parry his attacks
He's
You
very
know,
fast. He doesn't give you much time to heal.
but it's a very mono-a-mono fight, you know? And then there's this song. I really love this song because, you know, it's like this somber, sad piece that you really don't find in very many final boss fights. The only other instance I can really think of is the final fight in Mother 3.
Huh.
You know, you're not fighting some all-powerful god. You're fighting a decrepit old man who's lost all his friends. And we're putting him out of his misery. Farewell, Gwyn.
Adios.
A bow for the great lord. And it's time for Rosalina to step up to the plate.
And set herself on fire.
Link in the first flame again to perpetuate the age of fire. And break the curse on everyone else in the world. God, I love that Zweihander. Favorite weapon in the entire fucking game.
And then it becomes a fire Zweihander that you will never use.
Yep.
Perpetually on fire Zweihander. That you could never have.
If only. Farewell, Rosalina.
That would have been a very interesting thing to do, like where any
in New Game Plus,
like any weapon the weapon that you beat Gwyn with becomes permanently flaming.
That would have been awesome. Why didn't they do that?
Because From doesn't think of things properly.
Leave it to schmucks on the internet to think of this shit.
Schmucks.
But that is dark.
We're both pretty big schmucks.
Yeah.
And now credits.
I gotta say, like I've mentioned this before, but I've put more hours into this game than any other game I've owned.
I bet you'll repeat that trend when Dark Souls 2 comes out.
I probably will.
You're just gonna be like,
It really is hard to describe exactly what it is that keeps me coming back to this game. Granted, I mean, it is a very well-crafted game. PvP absolutely blows, but...
it does.
But the single-player experience is actually pretty well. And it's... like, if you're just playing casually with some random people you find, you know, it's really enjoyable. It's a pretty unforgiving game. It certainly it earns its notoriety, you know.
Huh.
But like I really, it's. I'm trying to verbalize my thoughts right now.
And you're failing spectacularly at it.
I love the way they designed the lore, because gathering the lore all itself was essentially a community effort, you know?
Yeah.
And, I applaud them for that, you know? It got so many people to try to read in between the lines, you know, search and speculate. You know, the Dark Souls community is actually a pretty cool group most of the time. Like, you know, so, like, very few games really forces people to get together and talk about things like that. Like, you know, in just an attempt to, you know, consolidate the story. You know? I really hope they, you know, that comes back in the second game. I just hope that, you know, the story involves the player a little more. because I said it before, most of the lore, most of the story is simply lore. Very little of it affects the player himself, and I think that's a bit of a shame. So, if only they could sort of combine those two factors, that would make me really happy. But that's talking about what could be, you know? Like, I really did have a lot of fun with this game. Although after these 2 runs, I think I'll put it down for good.
I imagine you'd want to.
But what are your thoughts?
I got done with it a while ago, personally.
No.
I'm waiting for Dark Souls 2, and I have other games to wait for, like Tales of Xillia.
I guess we've kind of thrown our 2 cents in all throughout the commentary.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe. Think. Maybe.
Almost 2 years I've been playing this game. Good God. What's this? We're back in the undead asylum. And with all our shit. Or at least most of our shit. Oh yeah. The Great Demon's Hammer. Or Demon's Great Hammer. Shut up.
Dragon. Okay.
Black Knight. Smack.
Lock.
Solaire. Oh yeah.
And Rosalina finds the place she wants to stay.
Aww. But yeah, you come back here with Gwen's soul. You get a neat little spell. Or miracle, I mean.
Yup.
The Sunlight Spear. We hope you join us next time, folks, for the Thief Run of Dark Souls.
Until then.
Yes, no fuck-ups!
Brilliant.